Hey, hi, hello, welcome back to my channel, and hey, what's up if you are new here? Hey guys, I'm Katie. In today's video, I really wanted to share, I've been feeling called to share some of my postpartum, mainly like my favorite products, not necessarily like going into my experience or how how I've been doing. I think those things will come up just part of the conversation, but I mainly wanted to focus on some items, products, and just things I'm doing that have been helpful for me. And I really want to emphasize the point that these are things that have worked for me personally. And by no means do I want this to be a video that it says something like postpartum essentials or must-haves. I've watched a lot of those videos and it's easy to walk away from those just feeling really pressured to either go buy a bunch of stuff or just that comparison where it's like, oh, this person's using this and it's really working for them, and maybe you're implementing that already, but for you, it's not working. And then it's easy to feel like, okay, what's wrong with me? I'm doing something wrong. Most likely you're not. Maybe the product or the system or whatever, maybe it's just not right for you. And again, I just wanted to emphasize that these are the things that are working for me. So if you're someone who's in that postpartum phase, maybe you're preparing for that time, I'm just hoping this video can be helpful for you. Maybe you're looking to try some new things, or you or just are trying to prepare and just want to see options or just kind of start brainstorming for what might work for you. My hope is that this video, again, just gives you some ideas or inspiration. Again, I don't want you watching this video and feeling like, okay, I need to go buy everything this girl is using and I need to scrap what I'm doing and try this. No, I don't want that to be the case. I want this to be inspirational and just a way to connect. And then maybe you are able to relate to me in some ways. Maybe you see something that I share and you're like, yeah, I agree, this works. Let's help each other out. You can leave me a comment telling me if you've tried any of these products or any of these things. And then also feel free to share your experience as well. Maybe there's some things that have worked really well for you that could hopefully help another mom. All right, mamas, let's get into this. So I made a list and I tried to make a few different categories. Starting out, category, I'm just going to get this one over with because I personally don't want to spend too much time talking about it. Let's call this category care for down there. I personally had a vaginal delivery, and there are certain things, certain products, and certain procedures that are recommended, we'll say recommended and encouraged in order to take care of that situation. So what I wanted to start with is just where I delivered my baby, they provided quite a bit of aftercare products. So the main ones just being some disposable underwear. There were ice packs. We had the very large pads, the Dermoplast spray. We had some of the witch hazel little pads, and I think those were the main things. Oh yeah, like the Perry bottle, squirt bottle to help with some extra cleansing, we'll say. And the day I left, whatever was left over, I was able to take home with me, which was awesome. And the nurses, the support staff, everyone was just super supportive. They gave me suggestions too, like, okay, this should probably last you this long. And then I was prepared to leave knowing I'd be in a good place for the next few days. And then I could make some purchases from there. Where I delivered, they set me up, I think, with success. For success, I came to find out that I would continue to need some of the disposable underwear and pads. That's where Freedom Mom, the brand Freedom Mom, really came in handy for me. I've purchased some of their things, I think for baby, but in this case, I hadn't purchased any of the products for myself. I know they have some awesome like starter kits or like kits for postpartum for care. I did not buy anything like that ahead of time because again, I wanted to see where I delivered would what would they would provide for me and then go from there. So after a few days, I realized I'd be needing some more disposable underwear and pads. So the brand Freedom Mom, and I don't have any of those on hand right now, but I will probably be doing a lot of sharing little photos or just the names of things. So the Freedom Mom has these disposable underwear, and they're the boy short or the shorts style, boy short, whatever. It was a different brand where I delivered, but that's what they had me wearing and recovering in. Those are the most comfortable for myself personally. They were stretchy enough, they sit just right on my abdomen, they gave enough room on my legs, and I was able to fit what I needed to fit for my like aftercare down there. And they're just super breathable and just some really comforting items to be wearing in a time of recovery like that. And they also had pads that were large enough, like thick and like long, that were similar to what the where I delivered, my place of delivery, what they provided for me. Freedom Mom, the disposable underwear and the pads really helped for as far as what I needed to purchase on my own for down there. Okay, and if you have some favorite products, go ahead and leave them in the comments. We can kind of help each other out. Next category I'm calling self-care, and I put in parentheses mental. So my mental health. These are things that have really helped me through the phase so far. Starting out, and not really in any particular order, it looks like. So something that has helped me not to necessarily stay busy, because if you're taking care of a newborn, you're busy. But what I've done is just having one task or project a day for myself. So starting out, it was like doing a load of laundry, like a small load of like baby's stuff. So like either her onesies or like burp cloths, anything like that, to just be able to run a load fully. So put it in the washer, get it in the dryer whenever I could, get it out of the dryer, and then by the end of the day, having it folded, I felt so productive. And for me, that was like a little win that just helped. Eventually, I moved on to other things like maybe organizing her nursery a little bit more, or her drawers, or things like that. Just having a little project, and it was just like a mental project too. It wasn't something I wrote down and like I have to do this. It was just something to like look forward to while baby's sleeping. Something I could just feel like productive about, even though when you're taking care of a human and feeding, clothing, nurturing this little human, that in itself is so productive. Like that is it's such a big job. And don't forget to give yourself credit, because yes, we were made to do this. Our bodies were created to do this. But that doesn't mean it's easy, but don't forget that it's wonderful as well. And that's something else I had to remind myself of through this, that I feel like a lot of people through social media, through different platforms, I feel like a lot of people easily portray motherhood as something that's super hard and challenging, and that it's easy to share those like miserable moments because they feel like it's more relatable. And if you're like just sitting and sharing all the wonderful things and how this and that are going so well, that might turn people off. And I'm saddened by that sometimes, because I'm like, I think we set people up to think that, yeah, this motherhood thing and taking care of a baby is treacherous, when it's not. It's like one of the most amazing things in the world. Some other things, I had to kind of change up my environment. So if I found that I was like nursing in the same spot every day, all day, I maybe the next day would find a different spot. So sometimes I'll be in my chair, my rocking chair, like I said, on the couch. Maybe I switched to a different spot on the couch, but little things like that, just having a different view of the room, just change that up to, I don't know, not to make it seem so like rigid. When I can, I've always found it helpful to journal, write. I had been taking out the just like the notes app on my phone. I'm trying to get away from that because I don't want to be on my phone so much, but I just found there's just like making little notes. I'm not strictly tracking or scheduling anything right now, but just making a little note like um, if something was like super successful, I would just make like a little note like that. Kind of just focus on like the gratitude things and like, or maybe I noted something that really didn't work or something I'd like to try differently. Just kind of starting to sort of starting to track. More so the past couple of days, I've been taking closer note of like when she's feeding, when she's showing me like hunger cues, but um, it's nowhere at a point where I could start like tracking. But just to make note of things, I feel like it helps to um, again just focus on something and have just something else to focus on when it's easy to get wrapped up in the everyday little things that are happening. Just to have some focus. Something that has helped me throughout the process so far and continues to help me is having music playing. And I went back and forth with like, oh, do I want to have like music playing on the TV, music playing here, da 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 da. I found the thing that made me feel the most comfortable was having headphones in and just having music playing through my phone in my headphones. So what's worked for me the best is having a set of Bluetooth headphones. These are Movone. I don't know. I got them on Amazon, or my husband did. These have been super helpful because I found that um, you're able to wear just one at a time. And because it has this like hook, I'm able to keep it in my ear. And I'm not worrying about it like falling off. Like I know I've never owned like the AirPods. I don't think I ever will. But I've heard from a lot of people that those will like slip out or fall out of your ear. And for me, having ones that I know are going to be hooked on my ear have been great. And what I do and what I can't help but suggest is go to Pandora Music and search Elevation Worship, and you can just have that playing in your ear all day long. And that's what I did honestly. I think the first week I would just put it in. I'd have one headphone in and then the other without, just because I wanted to be able to still hear throughout the house, anything like that. I wanted to still be attentive to my surroundings, but also just having that music playing softly in my ear, because there'd be moments where baby was crying, baby was, I wasn't sure what to do in the moment. And these songs and these lyrics would just start playing, and I'd start singing along and I'd sing out loud. And then, sometimes that would soothe baby, and the words would just always just fill me with something just greater than like the feelings I was going through. And I think it was just like God's way of connecting with me and reminding me that He's here through every moment. And like I said, it's easy to get caught up in emotions like, oh, like feeling like super stressed, like, oh no, baby, what do I do? And those words just playing in my ear would just kind of soothe me. They'd remind me and help bring me back together. And yeah, so I would recommend that searching Elevation Worship on Pandora Music, or maybe even on Spotify, whatever you use, and just have that playing. Um, Not something I'm doing every single day now, but like I said, that first week or so, it was comforting and it helped just keep me focused and calm, we'll say. Another thing that I found was really helpful was just like eating, drinking, going to the bathroom as often and whenever that I could. Whenever baby is at a point where it's like, okay, I can lay her down for a moment, I need to go to the bathroom, and like just prioritizing that, because if you're not comfortable, if you are like, oh, like holding it and you're like, okay, I'm gonna be sitting down and nursing her for how long, you need to just go take care of yourself. If put baby in a safe spot, so like I'll usually like put her in her bassinet. I know she's safe. I know she's okay, and I can always check the monitor, whatever, if I need to have that sense of peace. But it's like, just go to the bathroom, or go get that snack. Make sure your water bottle's filled up, like those little things. You gotta take care of yourself, mama, okay? You have to. And I know, kind of easier said than done, but those moments, just take them, okay? Something else I just want to say is, and you've probably heard it, but be patient, have grace for yourself, for your baby. For your spouse. You're going through this together. You are learning with each other, and you're gonna figure it out. In the moment, it's hard to feel like that, but just remembering that God created you to do this, and this is an important job. It's a hard job, but you were created for this, and the time really does fly by. So try to savor every moment that you can. Okay, the last thing I want to touch on is just like the nursing and feeding portion, not necessarily postpartum, but it goes hand in hand with this. It goes with this experience because it's something I'm living through while working through my postpartum. And I feel like I'm jumping everywhere, but all in all, with this, something I found that is also very important is just finding a system for everything, not like a fixed routine or schedule, but finding little systems that work, because you do need to be. I've found that I've had to be super flexible. Like one day something works really well, the next day it's as if I was crazy forever thinking that would go well again. But just having a system to, like, if I have to go to the bathroom and da 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 da, like while I'm in there, I'm gonna take care of some other self-care things and just lumping it together. Yeah. And then as far as like when baby's crying, it's like, okay, you have your system. It's like, first I try this, then I try this. If that's not working, then I'm gonna do this. Da, 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 da. So eventually you'll figure that thing out. But just having a little system in place has been successful for me, but also not clinging to a fixed routine, because it's just not time for that. Not yet. But going back to the feeding and the nursing part, I just wanted to share some products that have worked really well for me for nursing, but also it goes hand in hand with like the postpartum part too. So, a couple of products if you are breastfeeding. This brand has just done it for me. Amazing. This is the brand. And then these are the Stay Dry nursing pads. So they make disposable ones, and these have worked so well throughout the day, and that I can just change them and know I'm staying clean. They also make a washable nursing pad as well that I know I'll incorporate more. And I've also been gifted other types of products, but these I found, especially these disposable ones, have just worked really well for me in this time. They're just easy to change and just keep up with everything. Then to go along with that, they have this cream as well. The lanolin, the nipple cream, has been super helpful. Those two products together have been helpful for me personally for self-care, the self-care I need for this nursing journey. To go along with that, clothing, my everyday attire. I'm wearing one right now. I'll put a little picture up, but the Stars Above pajama line at Target, loungewear, whatever, has always been my go-to, my favorite. So I grabbed a handful of these gowns. I guess I have 3 now, and it's what I've been living in, I'm telling you. And then along with that, my favorite nursing bras are by Auden, I think, from Target. And they are just so comfortable, and the straps it's just the comfort. You just look for comfort in this time. These have been the most comfortable for me and for the phase of life I'm in right now. Just a couple other things. Snacks on snacks on snacks. So I've been stocked up on like savory snacks, sweet snacks, and not even like the healthiest of options, you guys. Like, I have a bag of goldfish on my bed right now. that I eat in the middle of the night, or like Ritz crackers. I have protein bars. I'll do like trail mix. The place I delivered at, we left with, they give you just this massive box of snacks like for mom, and it had like Oreos, ton of different little granola bars. It had Rice Krispie bars. It had all the little snacks, any little thing you might be craving. Let's just say I went through those real quick. Like fruit snacks, all these little things, just especially in the middle of the night when you're nursing and you're like falling asleep, or just, speaking of, maybe not in the best headspace, just to have a little snack to just like keep you going is great. Always having a full water bottle. So I have a large cup with a straw I like to drink out of, and then I try to have like a backup, like filled up water bottle in the fridge, because there are those moments where it's like, I don't have a minute to fill this water bottle up, I just need more, and I grab it. And then aside from just plain water, it's really helped me to have a different, like a flavored beverage. So I was drinking, I think, some like Powerade at one point, which is still good. But Body Armor, I feel like that drink, I've been having multiple of those every day, and I love the flavor options for those. And where we purchase ours, it's like a smaller bottle, so it's like just right. Whereas I felt like the larger, like Powerade bottles, I was drinking like half, and then it would get warm. But yeah, anyways, so Body Armor, as far as like a flavored beverage, has been awesome. So I really wanted to share this song with you. I'll give you the title. It's called You're Gonna Be Okay. Look it up on YouTube. I'm gonna put the song title, artist, and then I'm gonna put some of the lyrics in the description. But this has been a song I've come back to on multiple occasions, just to kind of shift my focus and remind myself that I am gonna be okay. I'm gonna be okay. And so are you. All right, you guys. So those are the main things I wanted to share. I'm sure I know I'm sure I left out quite a few things. But I think it would be great if you would comment below your recommendations, or maybe just leave some things that have helped you personally in your postpartum experience. And why don't we just create a space where we can just connect and help each other out. This is not an easy time, but it's also a wonderful time. And just know you're not alone in this. There's so many moments where I have felt that a little bit, especially in the middle of the night. It's easy to feel so just lonely, and you're like, I'm the only one in the world going through this right now. But you're not. There's moms all around the world. There's parents all around the world taking care of their little ones, and just know you're not alone. And I hope this could be a space where we can share and just connect on our experiences so far. Thanks so much for watching. Take care, guys. I'll see you in my next one.